Hello, everyone. Welcome to all Zodiac signs horoscopes for the mid month of February 2026. If you felt something subtly changing over the past few days, you're not imagining it. The energy has shifted. We're officially entering the second half of February 2026, and this is where things start to move finally. For some of you, this is clarity. For others, it's confirmation. And for a few signs, this is redirection that finally makes sense. Let's look at what's activating for your zodiac sign this month. Let's get into it. We're going to start with Aquarius. I'm going to pull, because it's the middle of the month, I'm just going to pull, should I do 3 or 4? Let's do 4. I'm going to pull 4 cards for each sign. All right. And let's see what's going on with the middle of the month. Hello, everyone. Hi, Astro Queen. Hi, Sunshine. Hi, Siobhan. How are you? Hi, Sunshine. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Let's get into it for you, Aquarius. Let's see what cards you get. This is for Aquarius. All right. What's coming up for you, Aquarius, for the rest of February? Hi, J Manuel. J Manuel says, hi, Lamarr. Happy Valentine's weekend, everyone. Stay spiritually protected and protected. If you know, you know. Yes. Hi, Siobhan again. Hi, Tika. Aquarius, I get the risk card. No risk, no reward. All right. So some of you may be tempted, all right, in February or as we get towards the end of February to take a risk, to take a chance on something, to step out on faith. All right. You could be in a period right now, Aquarius, where there's an opportunity for change, but it's up to you to take the steps to actually make that change happen. All right. And I feel like for a lot of you, there's a little bit of a risk here. There's a little bit of what if it doesn't work out, but you got to have faith, right? The protection card shows up. So you are protected, all right, for the rest of the month of February, Aquarius. Okay. You have protection around you. All right. So move as if you are protected. Now, the protection could show up quite literally this month, or the protection could be more silent. It could be more spiritual, but you are protected. And in some way, shape, or form this month, you will see like the protection come through for you. All right. Especially if you've been doing your spiritual protections and things of this nature. I get the fortune card. So, Aquarius, you've got fortune, you've got good news coming this week, or maybe this week, but this month, all right, at some point this month. Fortune card is alignment. Fortune card is definitely fortune. This could be a windfall of money, a blessing, an opportunity. All right. And then your next card is new beginnings, the birth of something new. So you actually have a new opportunity, a new beginning showing up for you. All right. Somewhere towards the end of this month, or as we get towards the end of the month of February 2026, you still have some good things coming for you, Aquarius. All right. So I definitely want to say don't give up on the month yet. All right. The month is still young, and keep moving forward. All right. Because a blessing is coming, and it definitely could come in the form of something unexpected. All right. But aligned. It's perfect alignment, perfect timing, actually. All right, Aquarius. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Nicola. J Manuel says your baby face is showing. Did you get a haircut? I actually did not get a haircut. I'm actually just wearing my natural hair. I didn't straighten my hair. I've been doing a lot of treatments, well, like deep conditioning treatments, and my curls came back, child. My curls came back in full swing. So I've just been wearing my curls, my natural, natural curls, no straightening. But I probably will straighten it eventually. But yeah, I'm just wearing my natural curls today. All right, let's move on to Pisces. Pisces. Hey, Lamarr from Ireland. Shout out to Ireland. Yes. The home of Enya, honey. And a lot of other people. Hey, Lamarr. I love how happy you seem to have been lately with your new relationship. Thank you. It's not official yet, but I have been talking to someone for a few months now, and it's really nice. We've met already in person, so that's out of the way. There's no awkwardness with that. So it's just been nice getting to know him. He's very nice and sweet. He is a few years younger than me, but he is the masculine, so he's taking the lead, child, in the connection. So I'm enjoying the pace. So thank you for noticing the change, honey. Trick talking. Well, you look fantastic and glowing. I'm loving these compliments. Thank y'all so much for the compliments. I'm glad y'all are noticing the shift. Now, speaking of shift, let's see what's coming up for Pisces for February 2026. What's coming up for Pisces for February 2026? Let's get into it. Heard this on your other reading. Very happy for you. Thank y'all. I love that. I love the vibes in the room. Yeah, maybe. Well, I don't know. We'll see. He's very private, so um, we'll see how things unfold. I love that for you. That's right, Lamarr. Yes, loving the new cut right before Valentine's Day. Looks good on you. Thank you, Aura. Everyone's saying I got a new cut. Well, I did cut some off the top, but it was like straight pieces. But this is just my natural curls, child. Y'all didn't know my hair's like my y'all didn't know my hair is naturally just this curly. Wait till it grows out more. You look great. Thank you, Siobhan. Definitely glowing. Thank you. And Lamar's the best and we love you. Thank you, Trick. Trisha. I keep saying Trick. Trisha. Trisha King. Is Trisha Kling? Hi, Heather. Sunshine. Thank you. Thank you for the good vibes, you guys. Okay, let's see what's coming up for Pisces. Pisces. What's coming up for you mid-February? Oh, interesting. Pisces, this looks like an inspirational time for you. I see you being inspired as the month continues in February 2026. Something is definitely calling towards you. Someone is calling you. All right. You're being drawn towards something or an opportunity or a person. You're being tempted in some way, shape, or form. All right. Something keeps coming back or returning into your mind as well. Could also be an idea that you're considering that's calling you, but something's calling you, child. Once again, it's an inspired time is what I get. All right. Pisces, I do get secrets. Now this could mean a couple things. This definitely could mean maybe it's important for you to move in secrecy for the rest of the month. But this also could be maybe keeping things secret. Maybe you need to keep things secret for now. All right. There could be an energy of secrecy around you though, but I feel like you would be picking up on it. All right. It's almost like this is like the energy where everyone in the room has been talking about you and you can feel it, or everyone is moving differently around you and you can feel it, but you don't know why. But you start clocking with T. This is like that type of vibe. Doesn't have to be a bad thing, but just something you're gonna notice. I get the generosity card, so I actually see a lot of people coming to you for help, for advice. This month, I also feel like someone in a position of power could be generous with you with their own advice or with their own time, their own energy, their own efforts, um, their own experiences, or they could be generous with offering you something as well. All right, could be more hours, more opportunity. I mean, I get eccentricity. So there's definitely something with you, Pisces, that's sticking out amongst the crowd. All right. There's something about you that you're being primed for something, Pisces. You're being primed for an opportunity. You're being eyed for an opportunity, and you may start to feel it. All right. You may start to feel it. You know how, you know that it's like that vibe. Sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me. It's like that. Like you're just gonna feel like you're being watched. People are talking about you. Like you know that feeling. All right. Okay, nice. Well, the curls are curling. Love that look on you. Thank you guys. I love that you guys have such good energy today. Okay, not that you don't have good energy, but all right. Next is Capricorn. Let's see, Capricorn, what's coming up for my caps. By the way, I'm available for personal readings as well. So if you would like to book a personal reading, you can text me at 703-791-9162 or visit my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Who's excited for Valentine's Day this year? I feel like the vibes are so, but maybe I don't know, maybe it's just cuz I'm vibing, but I feel like the vibes are vibing this Valentine's Day. Is it just me? All right. Capricorn, let's see what's coming up for you for mid February 2026. What's coming up for my Capricorns mid February 2026? Give us clarity and insight, Spirit. It's for February. It says on the screen. Because Pisces, that doesn't sound pretty good. Okay, Capricorn. First of all, I get protection for you as well. All right. Capricorn, you are protected. Especially if you feel like someone's trying to come for you or like something is trying to come for you. Like you may feel like the odds are against you or the world is against you or certain people is against you and that may or may not be reality. For a lot of you, I feel like it could be remnants of the past, some past experiences or experiences you've overcome. But like the energetic imprints are still there, in some way, shape, or form. But you are protected. So Capricorn, I definitely get the energy to focus less on who or what you think is coming for you and just focus on moving forward movement. Okay. I get discovery. So there could be something, all right, that clicks, Capricorn. All right, at some point between now and the end of the month of February 2026, there's something new you've discovered. Um, it's almost like, how would you describe this energy, Spirit? It's like cracking the algorithm. You know, it's like you've discovered a cheat code in some way, shape, or form, or you discover a cheat code in some way, shape, or form between now and the end of the month. And it feels like something clicks once again. And look at the Sagittarius symbol. Sagittarius can mean good luck. There's Mercury as well. Mercury can represent information. Sagittarius also represents information, higher education. So I feel like once again, you discover something, you learn something, and it clicks. Like it something clicks for you between now and the end of February. However, I do get the concentration card. So this is quite an interesting card. You know, this is an energy of feeling stuck, being stuck. Some of you are focusing too much on the wrong things, Capricorn. That's part of why you may feel stuck, all right, or actually be stuck. A lot of your energy is taken up with mental bandwidth, and we underestimate how powerful the mind is, the brain is, how much energy it actually consumes, and therefore how exhausting it can be to constantly be thinking about the wrong things. Does that make sense? So, Capricorn, it's time to shift your mindset, all right? And you will. The last card I get is intuition. So I see this being a very intuitive time for you, Capricorn, once again. Something clicks for you, all right? And it's like this is kind of a start of the year for you. It's actually February. That's what it really feels like. February is the real start of the year for you. And you're going to feel it, especially in March. So sick of this cat. Hold on, y'all. So, y'all, I have a cat that is getting into her, I guess, her teenage era. Honey, teenage dream, indeed. Let's see. Okay, let's get into Sagittarius is next. Me, vibes are definitely here this year. Yes, not me, but I'm happy for everyone else that likes it. Well, that's good. That's a good start. I love that. Being happy for other people actually is takes a lot. That's actually it takes strength to be actually happy for other people. But being happy, speaking of being happy for other people, let's see what's coming up for Sagittarius for mid February 2026. What's coming up for my Sagittarius is for mid February 2026. Give us clarity and insight, Spirit. Mm. Mm. All right, Sagittarius. The first card I get is devotion, but for some reason, this to me feels like exhaustion. Like it's like there's two sides of you. There's a side of you that like shows up, does the work, does what you need to do, but then there's this other side of you that is just like exhausted or doesn't have much energy outside of this role that you play here. So it's almost like you're devoted to two roles in your life, or you're devoted to, I don't want to say the wrong things, but like it's the energy comes across as you definitely could have better work life balance. And that's gonna come across very strongly. Why does this keep happening? Let me see. That's definitely gonna come through very strongly. In this energy. Okay. I get the affair card, which the affair card doesn't have to necessarily mean an actual affair, although it can mean an actual affair. So be mindful of this. All right. But the affair card can also speak of alignment. Okay. It can also speak of an opportunity, a person, a place that shows up for you. All right, in February that is magical. Actually, that is perfectly aligned for you, in some way, shape, or form. Um, the affair card is about alignment, but it's once again there's the aspect of the affair, which denotes a third party in some way, shape, or form. So I feel like if you're becoming buddy buddy with someone, for example, know that you're being watched by a third party. If you have a budding relationship with someone in any way, shape, or form, know that you're being watched by a third party potentially. Okay. Now I get the resistance card for you, Sagittarius, in February 2026. So there is some changes that you're resisting. or you're coming up against resistance in terms of certain changes you want to make. Could be definitely timing. It could be money issues. It could be not having the necessary information required, or not having the knowledge necessarily in some way, shape, or form. But try not to waste too much time fighting the tide. Learn to ride the wave, Sagittarius. With that being said, I do see an achievement this month. So I do see you achieving something. May show probably towards later the latter part or end of the month. But I do see you achieving something. Or something being achieved and you being a part of that success. All right? Because look at how, there's a lot of people here in this, I guess, castle or whatever you want to call it. So, it could be a part of something bigger. You could be a part of something bigger, but it leads to success. It leads to achievement. So you get your flowers anyway. Okay. All right. Now let's see what's coming up for Scorpios. What's coming up for Scorpios for What's coming up for Scorpios for the mid month of February 2026? What's coming up for Scorpios for the mid month of February 2026? Hold on. There we go. Okay. Scorpio, let's see what's coming up for you. Hmm. The first card I get for you was the organization card. I see you, Scorpio, slowly starting to have a more sense of a clear mind, a more sense of clarity, not just clarity of mind, clarity of spirit, clarity of energy. I see you getting organized, not just externally, but also internally. So this is you organizing your routines. Some of you may be organizing your spaces as well, getting rid of things, buying new things, or you may be on the cusp of this energy in February, okay? I do teach tarot. Yeah, I teach tarot. I have a tarot class that you can purchase on my website, actually. So I actually have a video on my website that you can purchase as well, where I just teach you tarot on the video. So, and that you can keep. So all that's on my website. But I get the devotion card for you as well, Scorpio. For me though, for you, Scorpio, feels like you've been taking on more than you need to in some way, shape, or form. You've not been assuming your role, you've been assuming someone else's role as well. All right. And there's certain things you've learned in that experience, but the learning phase is starting to be over. If you clock that T, okay? Now, with that being said, I do get the decision card. So there could be a decision you need to make, some things you need to move around. All right, some considerations that could show up between now and the end of the month, Scorpio. Definitely some decisions that could also be connected to local affairs, local travel, the next moves you're going to make, or the next move you're going to make in some way, shape, or form. Definitely some decisions on the table this month. I mean, I get the affair card for you as well. This does feel like True potential affair energy. Whether this is you, your partner, or someone else you're in association with. This also could be you or someone else aligning with another opportunity. So you may secretly get another job, or someone else may secretly get another job. But the signs are going to start to show slowly with like disconnect, separation, disappearing, slowly disappearing, maybe even ghosting. But you just want to make sure that if this is you, you want to make sure that you cross all your T's, dot all your I's, end things with a clean slate if possible. Just to not keep certain doors open or to not leave a bad taste in someone's mouth. Like, however, if this is you, if this is someone else moving a certain way towards you, then take the information and make according decisions moving forward. Once again, there's definitely some decisions you're going to have to make, Scorpio. All right. Next is Libra. You're welcome, Lynette. All right, let's see what's coming up for Libra for the mid-month of February 2026. What's coming up for Libra for the mid-month of February 2026? Thank you all for being here, by the way. Once again, I'm available for personal readings, so if you want to book a personal reading with me, I would love to read for you. You can text me at 703-791-9162 or visit my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. I also have Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Zelle. All right. All right, Libra. Let's see what's coming up for you. Looks like you got a decision to make too, Libra. Interesting. Okay. There's also some decisions for you to make as well, Libra. This is, February is a decision month. Decisions that need to be made. Now, it's interesting with you, Libra, because some of these decisions you will mentally make, mentally note, but the decision itself involves strategy, a process to get to the final end result. So for a lot of Libras, it's like the energy of you make a decision, but the decision you make doesn't directly impact the end result until later down the line, if that makes sense. But the decisions still need to be made nonetheless, okay? It's almost like, okay, I'm mentally deciding to move this way so that I can get what I want, even if it's going to take a couple weeks or a couple months or a couple days. Like, there's something about that. I get generosity around you. All right. So, couple things. I definitely feel like people are drawn towards you, Libra, drawn towards your light. So, utilize that to your benefit, but also filter the energies that come through. In terms of generosity for you, I do feel like some unexpected blessings could also come through for you, Libra, as well. And I feel like look at the picture down here. People clamoring. It looks like some people are clamoring, right? I don't feel like whatever these opportunities coming for you, I don't think you're gonna have to clamor for them. I think you just have to receive. So there's something about that as well. I get inspiration. So this could be a very inspiring time. You may feel inspired to make changes, to finally knock things off your to-do list that you've been trying to knock off, or you said you would do for weeks, months, years. Like, this actually could be a time of you feeling inspired to, it's like you feeling inspired to get rid of the past fully so that you can embrace what the rest of 2026 has to offer you. All right. So it's like mental cleanup, physical cleanup, um, energetic cleanup. And then I get extremism. So this is interesting, Libra. This is intense energy. Okay. Um, I want you to not feed into this energy for the rest of the month. Someone trying to place you in a certain role, either by triggering you or trying to force their role that they want you to play upon you. All right? Because either one of these people could be you, depending on what spectrum you're on in the situation. But neither situation is great. All right? Neither situation is an ideal place to be. Okay? So be mindful of dynamics you're pulled into, Libra, in February. Okay? All right, let's get into Virgo. It's your sister's birthday today. Happy birthday to Heather's sister. Let me close my blinds, y'all. Okay, Virgo. What's coming up for my Virgos for mid-February 2026? What is coming up for my Virgos for mid-February 2026? Give us clarity and insight, Spirit. Bye bye. I'm taking what's mine. Bye bye. It's coming up for my Virgos for mid-February. Ooh. Okay. Virgo. Got some interesting energies going on. Let's get into it. Give me a second. Let me pull up. Okay. I get the loss card, so Virgo in some way, shape, or form. You may experience a loss. You may experience an ending, a letting go, a moving on, all right, in February, in some way, shape, or form. This could be a loss of a sense of self, loss of a part of yourself, loss of some opportunity or connection situation around you. All right. But I feel like while it may be experienced as possibly tragic or sad or disappointing, it really ultimately is shedding old skin, but you may not realize that until later down the line. I do get idealism. So you're actually right where you need to be, Virgo, at this time. You're right on track with your trajectory and your timelines, which is probably why you are experiencing this loss, this ending, this shedding old skin. Okay? So it's actually necessary, this ending that shows up. I get exaltation. I feel like as the month continues, Virgo, there's a sense of you being able to breathe. All right? Like, you're gonna feel like, okay, things are on track, things are in alignment. Like you're gonna feel a sense of you're safe, you're right where you need to be. Like that's going to settle into your body, I feel like, as the month continues. I mean, I get the discrimination card. I feel like you're going through like an ascension, Virgo, to some degree. Some of you may be going through ascension symptoms, a spiritual shift. Once again, you may notice tingles, ringing in your ear, vivid dreams, out of body experiences. Something is being integrated. Something new is being integrated with you, Virgo. All right, in February. Some new sense of self is being integrated. All right, after Virgo is Leo. Let's see what's coming up for my Leos. What's coming up for Leo for mid February 2026? Coming up for Leo for mid-February 2026. Hi, Dion. How are you? Okay. Is there some romance around Leo budding? Or a connection of some sort budding around Leo? I do get resourcefulness, so I feel like the rest of February, Leo, sees you not spending lavishly, all right? Not necessarily going on trips or being mindful of your money, being mindful of your resources, all right? Things could maybe feel just a little bit tight, or maybe they could feel a little bit like there's not enough to go around, even if there is. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know when the next one is going to come kind of vibe. So it kind of feels like that, but it does also feel like a moment in time as well. I get the authority card showing up. So this could be you as an authority figure or someone else as an authority figure. Um, but I feel like for a lot of you, this is authority of self. All right. Authority of self, shutting things down. All right. And not backing down, but not saying necessarily that means fighting either as well. It just means holding your ground in some way. So you may have to hold your ground in some way, shape, or form. I get revenge. The revenge card is quite interesting. There could be some old childhood wounds that get triggered as well, Leo, or have been triggered that you're working through or will work through. It does kind of feel like using the energy as fuel though, right? But how long can you use it as fuel? Like, it's like almost like, imagine using the same fuel for years and years and years, but technology's changed, things have upgraded, so the fuel of yesterday may not be healthy or efficient to keep the machine going, right? As efficiently. Does that make sense? So I hope that analogy made sense. But with that being said, I do get the patience card, all right, for you. So this is always my lover's card energy. This is definitely an energy of a budding connection, a budding relationship around you. Now, it could be romantic, it could be platonic, all right? But there's definitely something where you and another person are meant to meet or meant to connect or meant to reconnect this month as well, all right? So it is the patience card. So, this is a card of patience. Things unfold, slowly, but I also will say beautiful things typically unfold slowly. So be mindful of that. I did Scorpio already, actually. Let's do Cancer. Yep, we did Aquarius, we did Pisces, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, Leo, and now we're doing Cancer. Okay. So what's coming up for my Cancers for mid-February 2026? You're welcome, Siobhan. What's coming up for Cancers for mid-February 2026? Okay, this is for Cancer. Ooh, excited. Ooh, Cancer. Yes. Okay. I get optimism. So I feel like February is a very optimistic month for you. It's a very optimistic energy around you, actually, Cancer. There's something you're optimistic about. or you're optimistic about yourself, where you're heading. Maybe how things seem to slowly be easy or seem to be flowing more smoothly. All right. It's almost like, oh, my prayers are being heard, or oh, my prayers are actually being answered, or oh, my ancestors and spirit guides are actually coming through for me. All right, if things flow smoothly for you in February. I do get the convention card. Cancer, I do feel like you are outgrowing old containers. What do I mean by that? Metaphorically speaking, a container is a space, a person, a place that holds us, that's able to contain us in our energy, in our capacity, right? Now, sometimes those containers can be small, right? So we outgrow them fairly quickly or more quicker than others. But some containers can be medium sized, some containers can be big, right? But as we grow and evolve, we outgrow these different types of containers, right? You're outgrowing a certain container, Cancer, and it definitely is associated most likely with your home, possibly living situation, maybe your work for some of you, could be family. I get enterprise, all right? The enterprise card comes up. So you are slowly grounding yourself and planting yourself in the ground. You're slowly planting your roots, Cancer. Um this is also an energy of destiny. Look at the markings on the person's hand. So destiny could also be playing a role for you at this time, Cancer. It's quite interesting because your last card is acquisition. So something could be made official in February, Cancer. The acquisition card is like choosing one another. All right. So you're chosen, but you also choose someone or you choose something. All right. And that same something or someone chooses you back in February. So that's exciting. I love that for you. All right, Gemini. Spirit, give us clarity and insight. Thank you, Spirit, for giving us clarity and insight as to how will the mid month of February go for Geminis. How will the mid month of February go for Gemini? How will the mid month of February go for Gemini? Ooh, yes, Gemini. I definitely get the energy. Some of y'all need a vacation or need a getaway or something like that. But I get riches, so I get abundance for you in February, Gemini. Money, opportunities, good luck surrounds you, all right? The blessings of Jupiter shine upon you, right? Like you have a lot of good energy around you, Gemini, all right? So I feel like your money's replenished. Um Good vibes are replenished for you in a sense of okay, I can do this. I can handle this and rise above as well. The escape card shows up, which is why I was saying some of y'all need a vacation, or some of y'all just need more groundedness, like the Buddha here or the monk here, right? Some of y'all need to be more grounded. Some of y'all have been go, 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 right? But the interesting thing is that when you're grounded and centered like this, you're actually in a more of a position to receive. You're actually in more of a position to manifest. So some of y'all need to learn to sit in silence, sit in peace, calm your minds, meditate, all right, so that you can receive. The flattery card shows up. This is very Gemini, right? You know, it's the twin energy. But just Gemini symbol, I think, is right there actually. So this is definitely your energy. Um, this describes the two parts of yourself where you're in alignment with yourself, and then the other part of yourself where literally like this, the two heads are are going in opposite directions. You're out of alignment with self to some degree, which for Gemini isn't a bad thing necessarily, but you need to be mindful of which space you're operating from. They call it the evil twin and the good twin, but really it's the alignment side of Gemini and the non-alignment side of Gemini. The non-alignment side of Gemini is where that the curiosity comes in, right? But sometimes you can lose the plot, right? So we don't want to lose the plot in February. But I do get the risk card. As I always say with this, no risk, no reward. So some of you may have a dangling carrot in your face, or it's like the lion with the lion tamer dangling the meat in front of him. I don't know if it's a good opportunity. I don't know if it's a bad opportunity. Once again, you may want to get a personal reading, but you just have to figure out is the risk worth the reward. All right, and that'll answer everything you need to know. All right, let's move on to Taurus. What's coming up for Taurus for February 2026, mid February 2026? Get right off the bat, a lot of my Tauruses need to silence outside noise. I'm actually gonna go in a different way with the cards. I feel like a lot of my Tauruses need to stop being resistant to change. This is you. This is your card, right? The Taurus symbol's right there. Some of y'all keep getting messages, keep getting signs, getting signals as to what it is you need to do, but you're being resistant to the change. The signs, the messages, the signals, are they're going to keep coming until you make that change. Now, the devotion card shows up, which is showing up for a lot of you. But for you, Taurus, this feels like you're devoted to certain things that are sustaining you, but not really holding you and not really allowing you to grow. You similar to another sign I said this to. I don't remember now. I don't remember which one it was, but I remember saying once again, outgrowing a container. You, Taurus, as well, are starting to outgrow a container, but there's a fear, and this is very Earth sign. There's a fear of changing. There's a fear of moving outside the container because you devoted so much time to sustaining what you already have. Right? I get eccentricity. So this is a card of you have the magic. You have the Midas touch, Taurus. All right. So it doesn't have to be this way. But I'm wondering once again, is there outside influence influencing you? This could be people saying, "Oh no, girl, don't do that," or "Oh no, dude, it's not a good idea." Or this could be, that inner voice that actually isn't your inner voice, but is someone else's, voice influencing you. But you've got to get out of your own way and stop letting other people get in your way. All right. So those are going to be big themes for you, Taurus, moving forward. And then I think finally we're doing Um, Aries. All right, Aries, you're next. Let's see what's coming up for you. All right, Aries, what's coming up for my Aries for the mid-month of February 2026? Aries for the mid-month of February 2026. Remember, you all, I'm available for personal readings. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can text me at 703-791-9162 or visit my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. All right, what's coming up for Aries for mid-month of February? Let's see. Okay. A choice that may involve sacrifice of some sort, an achievement, and harmony. Okay. I do see a choice that may involve sacrifice of some sort, or sacrificing one thing for another. This could be sacrificing time on a relationship for time being invested in your work, your job, a new opportunity, right? Like this could be that type of energy. All right. I would say, much like the scales here, this also could be legal for some of you, Aries. Um, Focus on a resolution that works for everyone. All right. I get order for you, Aries. So this actually could be a card of herbs for me. Some of you may be into herbs, teas, trinkets, stuff like that. If not, it actually could be beneficial for you, especially in terms of grounding your energy. Um, or something more practical is getting orderly and organized. People underestimate how a disorderly room, a room with poor feng shui, how it actually negatively affects us and our ability to get things done, and our own sense of orderliness, mentally and otherwise. So an orderly mind and an orderly energy begets an orderly experience, all right, in space. Okay. I get achievement for you, Aries. So I see you achieving something once again. Something is achieved, all right, this month in February as well. This definitely could be a goal that you have. This could be more of a personal goal, Aries. For others of you, if it's not a personal goal, it's a goal in which you are recognized or awarded, possibly. The last card I get is harmony. So I feel like as the month goes on, things further align for you, Aries. Things further synchronize for you. This card is a card of perfect timing. So there could be something with you, Aries, where perfect timing shows up as well as we get towards the end of the month. Okay. This also could be connected to purpose for some of you. Romance, being showered with attention or affection. All right. But either way, it's harmony, it's alignment, it's synchronicity, it's timing, perfect timing. Being at the right place at the right time, for example, quite literally, is the harmony card. All right, you guys, that was all the horoscopes. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Once again, I am available for personal readings. If anyone wants to book with me, visit my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Let me show you my website real quick. This is my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Once you reach this page, you know you're on the right page. You can scroll down and read reviews. Follow me on my social media pages. If you would like to book a reading, go to the store section. This is where you can go to view everything I offer. I offer email readings, video recorded readings, 15-minute, 30-minute, hour-long phone readings. I also offer candles, protection, success in finances, success in love, cleansing candles, birth chart readings, including individual compatibility, 12-month ahead birth chart readings, mediumship readings, past life readings, tarot classes, astrology classes, and so much more. If you'd be interested in any of those things, then definitely check out my website. I love you all, and I will catch you in the next video. Love and light. God bless. Have a good one. Also, I have a new album out. It's called Witch's Anthem. If you have not checked it out, definitely go check it out. It is available on all streaming platforms. Bye, everyone. I've got a friend that rides for me. Her name is Karma, and this bitch will die for me. Gang, gang, Karma swift and strange. Me and Karma go together like yin and yang. Karma is so swift and strange. The last time we got together, I swear I was changed. What I put out came right back to me. I put myself out there for infinity. I'm young and naive and it keeps me honest. I'll be right there, boy.